Hey guys, it's Wednesday, seriously? Okay. So, my weird talking habits, I don't know how to talk. That aside, today is Wednesday, not Wenday, which means it is time for another Top 5 Wednesday countdown, and this one's Halloween themed. So, yeah, it's basically books you would recommend for Halloween and yeah, I don't read a whole lot of paranormal, but I have read some paranormal. So I do have 5 books that I would definitely recommend for people to read around Halloween time. For number 5, I have The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is a really interesting book. It's technically, I would classify it as like paranormal thriller, but it's technically classified as paranormal romance, which I don't really like the romance aspect of this book, but I do like the plot. It's really interesting. We kind of have like a unreliable main character because basically the plot of this is this girl and she wakes up with no memory, and she was in this accident and all her friends died and she doesn't know what happened. It's really interesting. I would definitely recommend it. Don't really like the romance, but I definitely like the plot. For number 4, I have The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I actually read this earlier this month, so I'll talk about it more in my October wrap-up. But just to say, I really like the writing style, and it's really mysterious and interesting. So I would definitely maybe recommend you to at least give this a try. Maybe pick it up from the library or something, because it's pretty cool. For number 3, I have Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. While I know I have bashed the 3rd book in this series quite a lot on this channel before, that doesn't mean that I love this one. When I first read this, it literally blew my mind because it was really good, really interesting. It's kind of like about magic, kind of like dark magic though, but it's so much more than that. It's really interesting. And I know it's kind of big, but it's definitely good for around Halloween time, and it's just really good. I would recommend to at least pick up the 1st book in this series. It's definitely the best one out of them all. It's just really good. And for 2 and 1, I have 2 books from the same series that I think are like best for reading around Halloween time, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. These are 2 books in the same series. As I said before, it's not finished, but see, that's why I only have the first 2 books. But these are really good. This one especially. They're really interesting. It's kind of about like this kid who heard these stories about peculiar children from his grandfather when he was little, and then he dies, and then he just weird things happen in his life. But it's really interesting, and I really like the writing style and like the creepy photographs in it. And these are like pretty books too. Like, they're just really interesting, and I would definitely recommend starting this series for this Halloween. Alright, so that's it for this Top 5 Wednesday countdown. As always, I will leave a link in the description for the Goodreads group, and I'll see you next time. Bye!